Hello, my dear friends. Today we're talking about the building blocks of the routine. A routine is something that's going to serve you well and it becomes a habit, but it's got little building blocks that you have to put together in order to make the routine. So if you are having a hard time doing the whole routine, work on a building block. It starts with getting up 30 minutes before the family. That is the initial boom. That's the initial beginning of the morning routine. If you don't get up 30 minutes before the family, you are behind the 8 ball all day long and you're never going to feel caught up. It's hard. So you have to get up 30 minutes before the family. The second building block is to do the morning routine. The morning routine is simply going into the bathroom, washing your face, brushing your teeth, moisturizing your skin, fixing your hair, wiping out the sink, swishing the toilet bowl. If you have more than one toilet and sink, doing that in all of them. Getting your clothes on, making your bed, going into the kitchen and emptying the dishwasher, making yourself something to drink. That is the morning routine. That is the second building block. The first is getting up a half hour early. The second is the morning routine. The third building block is your laundry. Go and get your laundry started. Now, if you work outside the home, maybe you can't do that, and that's fine. But if you're an at-home homemaker, get your laundry started. The fourth building block is to do 1 inch of paper clutter. If you have paper clutter and you do 1 inch 6 days a week, you're going to get rid of 2 feet of paper in a month. In a year, that's 24 feet of paper clutter. You're not handling the paper, you're just taking out the action items and putting them in an inbox and getting rid of the rest. If you have to shred it or throw it away, you're only having true action items in your inbox. You're going to handle that on your planning and desk day. Okay, but that's not even a routine. That is a basic weekly plan. So we're talking about routines today. So we've got 30 minutes early, morning routine, laundry, paper. The next thing we're going to do is wake up our children if we have them. So that's another building block, waking up our children, putting them through their morning routine, which is similar to yours. They're going to wash their face, brush their teeth, comb their hair, or maybe you have to help them with these things. They're going to hang their little towel up and wipe the spit out of the sink that you just cleaned. They're going to put on their clothes that you laid out the night before with them. They're going to make their bed if they're old enough, or with your help if they're not old enough. And then you're going to take them to the kitchen where you sit them at the table and you feed them breakfast. So you can serve them cereal, you can make some toast and eggs, you can talk to them while they're waiting for you to make breakfast. Breakfast is a quickie meal. It is not a long, laborious thing where you take out, lots of equipment. It's a simple breakfast, okay? And you sit at the table with them and have communication with them en masse, all of them. That's a special, unique family operation. If you don't have children, then you don't do this. You just enjoy your breakfast. Next, so that's another building block. Next, we're going to leave. We're going to do a clutter stop. That's another routine. A clutter stop will help you from having clutter rebuild, because you're going to declutter in your zone when you do your zone work. And if you don't want it to keep building back, you have to do clutter stops. So a clutter stop is going to happen in the morning, right after breakfast, where you look around at all your flat surfaces and see if there's anything out of place since the last time you did a clutter stop, okay? Next, that just means things that are supposed to be in their home and they have a home are not in their home. We are not decluttering at this point. We're just picking up a pair of shoes, putting a book back on a shelf, throwing the Kleenex in the garbage, putting the coffee cup in the dishwasher. That is a clutter stop. Putting the toys in the toy box, okay? Now, after we've done this, if you need to take children to school, you're going to do that. If you need to go to work, you're going to do that. If you're an at-home homemaker, you're going to stay at home. Maybe you're a homeschooling mom. The next thing we're going to do if we're staying at home or if we're taking kids to school and coming back is we're doing 15 minutes in our zone. Now, we're not talking about zone work today, but that's what's going to happen next, okay? So it fits into your routine. Okay, the next routine thing that we're going to do is have a hard stop for lunch, make lunch, serve lunch, eat lunch, and clean up after lunch. It's kind of a routine. Then we're going to do another clutter stop. We're looking around at the same places we looked at before. We're taking all the things that are out of place and we're putting them back in place, or we're helping our children put them back in place. This is where you start noticing that you're not picking it up, you're passing it up. So we want to start picking it up during the day. So when we do a clutter stop, there's nothing to pick up. That's your goal eventually, but it's okay. Start where you start. Be patient with yourself and your family. All right, then we're going to have at some point in here, you're going to do your basic weekly plan. Again, we're not addressing basic weekly planner zone right now, but it fits in your routine. If you're homeschooling, that's also a routine. So we're going to do it in the morning, say from 9 to 12. That's 3 hours. And then after lunch, say from, let's say that you did it from 1 to 3. That's 2 more hours. That's 5 hours of homeschooling. You still have from 3 to 5, 2 more hours to do a basic weekly plan, for example. Okay, now we're going to have a hard stop for dinner. This is a routine. You're going to stop at a certain time. Oopsie. You're going to stop at a certain time and you're going to make dinner, serve dinner, eat dinner, and as a family do a after dinner routine together. That is a routine. So the after dinner routine is dishes in the dishwasher. Everybody who eats puts their dish in the dishwasher, or dishes and silver and cups. If you don't have a dishwasher, then we're going to wash dishes, and somebody's in charge of washing dishes tonight. Somebody's going to wipe the table, somebody's going to sweep the floor, somebody's going to wipe the counter, and you, as the homemaker, the dinner preparer, are going to clean up after yourself by cleaning the pots and pans, the utensils that you use, and the stove and counters where you made a mess, okay? That is the after dinner routine. Then we have the next routine, which is before bed routine, part 1 for you. So with these little blocks are all building. Before bed routine part 1 means that you go into the bathroom and you either take your shower at night. You can take it in the morning as part of your morning routine, but if you choose to take it now, you're going to take it after dinner. You're going to put on your pajamas. You're going to put your clothes in the dirty clothes if they're dirty. You're going to hang them up if they're clean. You're going to pick out your clothes for tomorrow by looking at your planner to see what you've planned and by looking at the weather to see what you need to lay out. You're going to put your clothes out for tomorrow. And so it's basically, and you're going to put lotion on. This is another thing you need to do. Lotion your body, moisturize your skin. It's a good, healthy thing to do. So it's basically your body and your clothes. That's all we're doing. Now we're going to get our children ready for bed. That's another little routine. So getting our children ready for bed happens right after we get ourselves ready. So they've had a few minutes to play, 15, 30 minutes while you got yourself ready. And you're going to put them in the tub, make sure they're clean, or the shower, make sure their hair is washed if it needs to be, if you've combed out their tangles if you need to, they've brushed your teeth, they've wiped the sink out, because you know they always spit that toothpaste in there and let it dry. So you're going to teach them how to use their hand and wipe that out. And then you're going to show them how to hang their towel up after they're dry, put their PJs on. We're going to take their little clothes are always dirty. They're going to go in the laundry. And we're going to go in the room and pick out clothes based on the information that you have about the weather for tomorrow. We're going to lay out their clothes for tomorrow. So there's no question in the morning what they're going to wear. Lay out their clothes just like Mom does. Everybody lays out their clothes. And then we're going to put them in the bed. They're going to say their prayers. We're going to read them a story. We're going to kiss them goodnight. And they're in for the night. That's the plan. That's a routine. If you haven't already, you need to sleep train your children so that they learn how to comfort themselves and go to sleep. Okay? Next, and you can look online for loads of information on that. Next, we're going to have a little R&R ourselves with our family. Kind of part of our routine is a little chill time. And then we've got another hard stop for going to bed. We know we have to be in bed by, let's say, you want to be asleep by 10. And you know that you need to get your stuff done at 9:30. So 9:30 is your hard stop. Now, different people have different times. For me, it's much earlier than that. But let's say 9:30, you go into the kitchen, you make sure all the last minute dishes that were used in the evening are washed and put on the drain rack, or they're stuck in the dishwasher. There's soap in it. You shut it and you turn it on. And then you wipe your sink out, put a new towel out, go into the bathroom, and do the final things for yourself, which are your teeth. You're going to brush and floss your teeth and go to bed. Now, are there other routines? Yes. There are other routines. You may have dogs or cats or birds or rabbits that need taken care of. You may be the one who closes the curtains and locks the door. You may be the one who walks the dog. You may do exercises or prayers. That's fine. But this little basic routine, these things that I gave you, are incredibly important to do when I'm telling you to do them. Then you will have plenty of time to do the other things you want to do. Okay. Now, I personally get up way before a half hour before because I have an hour of prayer that I want to do. So I do my hour of prayer before I ever start my morning routine. But I get up even earlier to do that. You can do that. You can make this work for you. It will make your life so much more lovely to have this routine in place. And then as you get good at the routine, you just do one part at a time until you get it all down. And then when you get the routines down, then you can start doing your basic weekly plan carefully. And then you can add in your zone work carefully. But it all rotates around the building blocks of the routine. I hope you do this. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you always remember that you are beautiful. So be beautiful.